Alright guys, so for today's video we're going to be taking a look at keeping crickets, how you can store crickets, especially in mass populations like we have here. As you can see, this is a pretty basic setup. It is a Rubbermaid, I believe they're called the Roughneck series. It's a nice bin. Take this top, show you no cricks on the bottom there. Flip it over, see here, it's just a aluminum screen hot glued to the base of this thing. I got mine opened up pretty wide here for vents because it's hot in this room that I store these guys in. So I got a couple bins. I actually got another one tucked away back there, but just for this example here, let's see here temperature wise. Yeah, 90 degrees. So I like to keep mine vented. These guys don't need to be in temperatures that warm, but they're sitting underneath some other heated areas, so it happens at times, especially in the middle of the day like it is now. This is a smaller bin, or this is the adults I got in here, or pre-wings they call them, but big enough for me. So I got then over here I got younger ones. I just fed off a bunch of them, so there's none really hanging towards the top. But taking a quick look here, you can see how it's kind of constructed. I take paper towel tubes, and then just some of the big crates, 8 crates there. I stack them up like a little tower there. It gives them plenty of space to move around. They hang upside down, go in the tunnels, right side up, so they're all over this thing. As you can see down there, that's about 2 weeks worth of trash on the floor, so you got to clean them out. You have to be vigilant about that. About every 2 weeks or so, you're going to want to pull everyone out. Whether you just feed them all off or whatever you do, you gotta get this tub cleaned out. So just something to keep in mind. But yeah, this little tower seems to work out. They seem to be able to keep a lot of crickets in a small area without them dying off for no reason. As you see, there's not many dead ones down there, if at all. You see down in there, I just take an egg carton. I got it filled up. It's some sweet potato, they like that. I got a little bit of cat food, which I use a coffee grinder. Grind up that real nice. Toss a little bit of that in there. Always keep stock of that. And then over there, I don't know if you can really see it, but majority of those crickets are walking on those water crystals. There's some here. Real small amount can get you pretty far with the crickets here. So these are what those crystals look like before they get wet. And this much here in this bin could probably fill up at least a half gallon, if not more. So just something to keep in mind when you're doing that. When I first started using them, I kind of wasted them because I didn't believe how much water they could actually hold. If you give them enough water, they'll soak it up. Really what I do now is I just I soak it up until there's just it's soupy, and then I dump out a little bit of excess water, give it a couple more minutes, and it seems to soak up everything. So it's just something to keep in mind there. It's kind of nice to have that. I always keep a nice full level in there. I use the egg cartons because they are going to go rotten anyway, so I just throw them away every week, get them fresh. But this bin's got about 1,000 in it, and over here I got probably about 1,600 still in this one. I go about 3,000, 4,000 crickets a week, depending on what my populations are here. But overall, these bins do pretty well holding. Got another bunch over there, probably a couple thousand. Young ones, real small for babies. Yeah, I just slide them away. Perfect little totes. You make nice use of it. When it comes feeding time, I just shake off a couple of those. Excuse me. I shake off a couple of those egg cartons into this nice Home Depot bucket here. I always got a nice layer of calcium in there, so I give them a good shake, which I'm sure they love. But yeah, it makes it real convenient. I can just grab a bunch in my hand, toss them in, no problem. Makes the cricket keeping real easy. I don't breed them just because I go through so many. So you can see I don't have any breeding setups. We have covered breeding before on the website, but at this point we're just trying to cover you with some good information on keeping them, especially in mass quantities here. Yeah, here you go. There's a label on that one. 18-gallon tough neck Rubbermaid. I just find that the lids fit nice. They got strength even though you're cutting the majority of them out, and it makes for a nice little bin there. Real tough. Also here, if you're keeping them somewhere cooler, you don't need to cut out such an open area. You can go something a little bit smaller, you know, circles, whatever. This screen's available. It's pretty cheap. I got like an entire screen door's worth for like $7 or $8, so not bad at all. Made up all of them with it, and I still have probably 3 times as much left. So, alright, that's my cricket keeping ventures here. Hope it helps you guys out. See you next time.